All right, let's just jump right in. If you're in the world of event management, you know it's all about high stakes and even higher pressure, right? Everything has to be precise, the coordination needs to be perfect, and you have to make split-second decisions. But what happens when the very tools you're relying on just can't keep up? So, does this picture look a little too familiar? The constant running around, the messy paper trails, the endless spreadsheets, and just that struggle to figure out who's responsible for what. When your operations are scattered across all these different things, you're not just creating headaches for your team, you're opening the door to some serious risks. So here's how we're gonna break it all down. First, we'll look at the Modern Event Challenge. Then we'll introduce SFDP as your new operations layer. We'll see its key features in action, understand the real strategic impact on your business, and finally, we'll cover the important stuff like adoption and data security. Okay, let's kick things off by really digging into the core problem here. There's this massive disconnect between what a modern event demands and the, frankly, outdated tools so many of us are still stuck using. I mean, just look at the contrast on this slide. It's pretty stark, isn't it? On one hand, you have this absolute need for surgical precision and real-time control. And on the other, you've got tools that are slow, totally disconnected, and 100% manual. This mismatch, well, it's not just inefficient, it's practically a recipe for disaster. And you know, this fragmentation has real tangible costs. Miscommunication, that leads to delayed escalations. Unclear responsibilities, that's how expensive assets get misplaced. And inconsistent documentation, that creates those frustrating and super costly disputes with vendors. Every single one of these is a direct threat to your budget, your reputation, and your client's happiness. Okay, so we've laid out the chaos. Now let's talk about control. This is exactly where the Security First Digital Platform, or SFDP for short, steps into the picture. So what is SFDP really? Think of it as a dedicated command center for your on-the-ground event operations. It is not trying to replace your CRM or your company-wide ERP system. That's a really crucial point. Instead, it complements what you already have by focusing like a laser on structuring and digitizing all those on-ground workflows that are currently falling through the cracks. All right, now for the good stuff. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. How does SFDP actually solve the day-to-day headaches that make event operations so tough? We're gonna dive into 3 core features that are designed to tackle your biggest pain points head-on. So let's start with a scenario I'm sure you've seen before. A vendor drops off thousands of dollars worth of equipment, but by the time the event is over, nobody's 100% sure where it all went or if everything was actually returned. This one issue can lead to some really costly disputes and damage your vendor relationships. And here's how you fix it. With SFDP's logistics tracking, the whole process becomes completely airtight. Step 1, you log all materials digitally right at the gate. Step 2, you can actually track their movement throughout the venue. And finally, step 3, you create a clear, time-stamped digital record when they leave. That simple 3-step workflow makes those he said, she said arguments just vanish. Okay, next up, the dreaded paper log. You know what I'm talking about. Whether it's for vendor check-ins, task completions, or critical safety checks, paper is just so unreliable. It gets lost, you can't read the handwriting, and trying to find one specific entry is a total nightmare. It's a huge liability. The solution? Go digital. With SFDP, you can create custom digital registers for pretty much any workflow you can imagine. Entries get captured from a mobile device, they're automatically tagged with the location, and everything feeds into one central, searchable audit trail. So, need to know who approved a change and exactly when they did it? You'll find it in seconds. Now that is real accountability. And of course, let's talk about managing your people. Events almost always rely on a huge, often temporary workforce. And trying to track attendance, monitor all the different shifts, and make sure payroll is accurate, it can be an absolute monster of an admin task. Well, SFDP completely streamlines this. You get accurate mobile-based time records, which makes it super simple for your supervisors to monitor shifts in real time. And the biggest win for your back office team? All this clean data makes validating payroll so much easier, cutting down on errors and saving a massive amount of admin time. So we've seen the cool features, but if you're a decision maker, the question you're really asking is, so what? What does this mean for my business? Let's pivot from the operational details to the strategic impact, because this is about turning a piece of software into a real competitive advantage.
You know, this quote really nails it. The goal here isn't just about being a little more organized. It's about using operational excellence as a strategy to win more business, to build unshakable client relationships, and to position your company as a true leader in the industry.
And this table here breaks down exactly how that works. First, you enhance client trust with transparent reporting, which directly leads to higher client retention. Second, you slash your operational risk thanks to structured digital documents, which means fewer disputes. And third, you position your entire brand as tech-savvy and incredibly reliable, which is a powerful way to stand out in a really crowded market.
Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but let's be real. Two big questions always come up with new tech. How hard is this thing to implement? And is my data going to be secure? Let's tackle those two questions right now.
The main thing to know here is that SFDP was built for a smooth, low-friction adoption. It's really easy to deploy, it has a user-friendly interface that your teams will pick up fast, and, this is crucial, it's designed to adapt to your existing processes, not the other way around. It's built to scale with you, whether you're running a small corporate meeting or a massive public expo. And now for the big one, data security. The promise here is incredibly simple. Your data is your data, period. FCDP guarantees that your customer data is never, ever shared or sold. You keep full ownership of everything, and there are secure access controls in place to protect sensitive info. This is absolutely essential when you're managing high-profile or confidential events. So this all brings us to the final, and maybe most important question you should be asking yourself right now. Is your current method of operational control holding you back? Is it a potential liability just waiting to cause a problem? Or could it be transformed into your single greatest competitive advantage, proving to every single client that you deliver with a level of precision and reliability that no one else can match? If you're ready to make operational control your biggest strength, the next step is pretty simple. You can book a consultation directly at the link you see on your screen, or just give them a call. It's time to take control of the chaos.